So when you think of great American athletes, you think of names like Jordan, Jeter, and Phelps. Did that guy win 8 gold medals? Can you flip the slide? But however, if you lived in Korea, some of the names you might think of would be Flash, Jaedong, and Stork. But these guys aren't famous for the same reasons. The previous slide showed famous athletes. These guys are athletes, but they don't exactly play sports, they play video games. They play StarCraft in Korea. And I've been doing some research in the past couple weeks and I've been receiving some emails from my friend who lives in Korea on the topic, and I kind of wanted to share my experiences with you. I know this is not a typical sport for us Americans, but overseas in Korea it's considered an Olympic event. So today I'm going to discuss what exactly StarCraft is, what it's like in Korea, and what it takes to be a professional video game player. Switch slide. StarCraft is a computer game created in 1998 by the company Blizzard Entertainment. And pretty much it pits 2 players in a head-to-head battle where they create armies from 3 different races to battle for interstellar domination. So, pretty much games consist of 2 players going head-to-head, and they create an army to try and battle the other person's army, and the whole goal of the game is to destroy the other person's army before you yourself get destroyed. So now that you know exactly what StarCraft is, you flip the slide, you'll see this is pretty much what the action is. 2 players going head-to-head, building armies, trying to beat each other up the whole game. And games can go from 10 minutes to hours to just marathon games. So now that you know, let's see what it's like in Korea. Korea takes this so epically seriously. Just imagine MLB baseball in America, the NFL, and just put that in Korea. Pretty much they have TV stations dedicated to broadcasting shows, 5, 6, 7, 8-hour broadcasts all day, showing nothing but video games. So I'd like to show you a clip of exactly what it looks like, because you're kind of thinking, I don't know what Joey's talking about here, but let me show you exactly.
Do you want me to kill the light?
No, we should be good. So as you can see, there's crowds, people just sitting there watching this one video game. And here's my one American friend living in Korea, the only white guy there. So as you can see, there's stadiums filled with people watching this one simple game. And the whole ironic part of the game is there's crowds and everything, but they say the soundproof booth, so it's kind of funny because they can't really hear anything. So TV stations are dedicated to this. Crowds are enormous. Just imagine soccer arenas filled watching a simple video game. And one of the coolest things about this is if you're a professional video game player in Korea, it's like chick magnet. Girls love professional video games. I know it's really weird, but it's really kind of cool in the same way. So now that you know what the fame and fortune comes with being a professional gamer, I know what you're all thinking. Joey, what can I do to be professional? That's the next step, right? I'll tell you what it takes. Becoming a professional gamer is the equivalent of being an Olympic athlete in America. It takes training, it takes dedication, and it just takes a lot of caffeine in this case. So what happens is you decide, hey, I want to play this game. So what you're going to do is you hopefully get recruited by a professional team, like, say, the Angels. But what they do is they recruit you into their house, and they're called gamer houses. What they do is they take their teams, they all live together, and they train and they play this game for 8, 10, 12 hours at a time. And so what you do is you sit in this house and you play games and games and games until you can reach that professional level and you can be in an arena like this. So what exactly gauges a professional from an amateur to a beginner? Professional gamers are measured on the APM scale, which is actions per minute. And a professional APM level is considered somewhere in the 300s. So 300 APM actions per minute is taking, like if you type 60 words a minute, multiply that by 5, and that's what it takes to be a professional gamer. Gamers are performing 5 actions per second with the keyboard and the mouse. equates to just mind-boggling speed. And then the third thing it takes to be a great gamer in this arena is you have to win. If you don't win, you're shunned from the community, you're considered a loser, an outcast, and it's just an awful experience. You don't really get a second chance. It's like you got your one shot, and if you don't win, we're going to cut you, and we'll get to the next guy. So today, I've really informed you on a really nerdy topic of StarCraft and the whole gaming scene in Korea. I really hope that I've showed you something that you had no idea about, and you're kind of interested by it now, and I hope one day, down the road, I can see you guys playing professional video games someday. That was way short.
All right, Jacob, what did you think?
I think the beginning was funny. He had real good eye contact with the crowd. He knows a lot about the material. I can tell he spent a lot of time playing this game. I never heard this game before, but I mean, it sounds like you said it's a whole bunch of different games, but you only mentioned this one game, StarCraft. Yeah, but it was kind of short. But I mean, it was interesting. I never heard of this game or ever, you know. I never thought one game could be this popular and all these people, you know what I'm saying, watch two people play this one game. And I kind of want to know if do they win money, stuff like that.
Like the clip I showed you, it's like when you watch before an NFL game, it's like, oh, NFL, and then it's like a league, so they all play together.
But I mean, it was a good speech.
All right. You're going to stand up there and listen to this? That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. It just seems a little odd to me. I like the attention device. There's nice humor there. You've got very clear identification of the topic. You have an excellent thesis statement and a good preview. I think we could use a little bit more of the justification. Since it's such a big deal in Korea and not such a big deal here, it does seem a little odd for us. You know, what do we get some insight into the Korean psyche by knowing about this? Is it just something that's kind of one of those interesting things to know about another culture, what they're into? Some reason, your personal experience and your friend, I think, that gives you a way into this. What we need is a way into it also. Most of your explanations are pretty good. I think you've got good audience interest when you develop the speech. It's pretty easy to follow ideas. I do think you want to cite some more material. On the visuals, the images are large enough to see, pardon me, but there are a couple of things that I think needed to be added. You've got this whole thing about I know you're there somewhere. There you are. I'm looking in the wrong direction. I'm talking to the wrong part of the room. I'm looking for actions per minute, and I'm going, okay, that sounds pretty fantastic. And I'm trying to figure out what does that look like when you're playing the game? I mean, actions per minute, 300 things happening in a minute. I'm going, my ass would be kicked, 5 seconds into this thing because I have no idea what goes on because I've never seen the game. And you've got that one little clip that we see, and I think, okay, well, so far, looking at that for 8 seconds, much less 8 hours, I can't imagine how people do that. And there's got to be more to it that's going on there, and I needed to see some of that. And so I kind of thought that was left out. But I thought you had an excellent way of speaking to the audience. You're very natural when you're talking. You talk to us for the most part. There's good enthusiasm in your voice. You're right, it's a little bit short, so there's more that you could have put in, a few of those things that kind of explain what goes on in the game and drives our interest level a little bit higher. But I thought you had a nice summary and exit at the end of the speech, too. All right, thank you.